What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Keto Rewind and I am Jess. Today's video is going to be a reference guide to help you get back on track if you notice that the scale is slowing down, or maybe you just feel like you're stalled or something, and these tips are going to help you get back on track. So the first one, the most important one, is going to be you've got to track your macros. While you're in weight loss mode and you have weight to lose, you need to track your macros until you've learned, what to eat and you're on track, and you can lay off it a little bit as you are more experienced ketoer. But in the beginning and during the time that you want to see the most significant weight loss, you have to track those macros. And if you find yourself slowing down on the scale, also you have to reevaluate those macros, because every 10, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, your required macros for the day also changes. So you don't want to be eating at a person who weighs 250 pounds level if you weigh 220 pounds. I hope that makes sense. You want to be eating at the person who weighs 220 or lower, those macros, because then you're definitely going to be in a calorie deficit. You will not be in a calorie deficit if you are eating above your macros. So first things first, I like to reevaluate my macros every 10 to 15 pounds just to make sure and stick to it. So the next important tip is going to be, I love cheese, absolutely love cheese and dairy, but you really do need to limit your dairy when you are in weight loss mode, because too much dairy turns into sugar. Unfortunately, I have found that the more dairy I eat, the slower the weight comes off. I personally only have dairy 1 to 2 times a week. I don't have it a ton. If I have it at lunch or something, I don't have it for dinner. Like that kind of mentality. I don't eat a lot of dairy. I do limit it. And I like to stick to dairy, as in I'll do Parmesan cheese on my food instead of, say American cheese or something. Just limit your dairy. It really does slow you down. I found it, at least in my case, adding too much dairy in my diet, like having cheese with every meal, even though it's supposed to be low carb, it did slow my weight loss down. And what I want right now is maximum weight loss. I'm going to add dairy back in that level or that frequency when I'm in maintenance mode. So if you really want to lose weight quickly, really, 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 you've got to limit your dairy. You can still have it, but just limit it and put it back in when you get to your goal weight. The next tip would be artificial sweeteners. Even though artificial sweeteners are supposed to be, on plan or on a keto approved food, if you have too much of them, or the wrong ones, sometimes it's just not a good combo, especially when you add in dairy plus artificial sweeteners. It's really going to slow down your progress. So again, limit your use of artificial sweeteners. Plus, the whole point of keto is to kind of desensitize that sweet tooth that you created, for all those years of your life. So then when you have it, stuff's just going to taste sweeter. It just allows you to back off a little on relying so much on those artificial sweeteners. I do recommend erythritol, pure stevia, monk fruit as my 3 go-to keto approved sweeteners, but again, limit them. You don't need something sweet with every meal. I know it's really hard, but you can do it. And then that goes along with diet soda. Sometimes there's maltodextrin. I forget that's the name of it, but there's a lot of stuff that's hidden in ingredients there that it will slow your weight down. So instead of having a soda every day, try to do it 1 a week. Just try. Like a diet soda, that is, like Coke Zero or Diet Coke. So the next one is too much fat. track your macros. It goes along with the track your macros. I should have put it like under that one. But if you are eating too much fat and you have excess fat, your body's going to take from your diet first instead of what's on your butt. So make sure when you track your macros and you say, let's make math easy and say you get 100 fat grams in a day. That is the limit, not a goal to hit every day. Because the point of like the whole keto process is your body takes from your excess fat first, not from what you just ate. So this way, you know, you want to burn the fat off your body first, obviously. So when you are having your dinner, you know, and you're seeing your macros for the day, it's okay if you hit your goal, but it's really the limit. Do not go over that number, because then your body's not going to take extra fat, you know. It's going to put that fat and store it if you're eating extra. So the fat number is not a number you have to hit every day. If anything, that should be a relief to you, because it's always hard for me to even hit that number. I just approach that number as my limit. I don't go over that number. And, you know, obviously making math easy, if it's 100 or less is what I have in the day. I never try to hit that 100. And if you hit above that, it will slow your weight loss for sure. And then the last one, the second to last one, condiments. Watch your condiments. If you're having a hamburger that's like say 73-27 blend of fat and protein, or even 80-20, or, you know, there's plenty of fat in that, I would be cautious to add an avocado and mayonnaise to it, because then you're getting so much fat in that one meal. So I would limit putting mayonnaise on your burger and swap it for mustard. You know, you're just gonna like save like 200 calories just right there. So watch your condiments. Condiments also have sneaky ingredients. So unless you're making your own condiments, like if you're making your own sugar-free ketchup, which I have a recipe for right here, that's a great alternative. So you can still have ketchup. But there's so many sneaky ingredients in your condiments. So especially mayonnaise, I know I'm guilty. Mayonnaise contains soybean oil, canola oil, all the oils we're not supposed to have, but I just haven't found one that tastes as good as Hellmann's, you know. So, but I don't completely cut it out, but I do use some mayonnaise. But again, I'm trying lately to swap my mayonnaise for mustard for my burgers. So it's just those little tweaks that can save you 200 calories at the end of your week, you know, and it makes a difference. And the last one, which is so important, which is the whole point of keto, watch your processed keto and low carb foods. The whole point of keto is to eat real food, like single ingredient foods. When you have those bars that are keto approved, they'll put it right in the package, or they're low carb, or they're Atkins, or look at the labels, how much stuff is in there. Do you know what all those things are? That's completely opposite of what the whole point of keto is. The keto is basically single ingredient foods, real food. These bars that are, even if they say they're keto, or they could have added sugars that, you know, it's not worth it. So really, 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 and personally, I haven't had any processed keto foods because I'm kind of against it. I don't think that they are necessary in this process. You can easily make something on the go, homemade. This way you know your ingredients that are in it versus grabbing a quick bar. And I know it's so much easier just to grab one of those bars that say keto approved, or put a stamp on there. But really, what's in the back of it? Read those ingredients and walk away from them. So watch out for keto approved or low carb approved recipes and processed foods, because they have hidden ingredients and they're processed. So I hope this video was helpful. I want to say that if you have been, say, the same weight for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, that's not a true stall or slow down. Well, I guess it's a slow down from your pace, but it's completely normal to not drop weight consistently every week on keto. Your weight may even go up a pound and it will drop 3 pounds. Like, it's just Don't focus so much on the number. Weigh yourself weekly, weigh yourself monthly. Don't focus on the number. Pay attention to how your clothes fit. If it's been like over a month and you have not lost any weight, okay, now there's a problem. Something's wrong and you are at a true stall. So check the tips that I've just posted or talked about ahead in this video and see if you're doing any of those things wrong. It's real easy. But I wanted to say, if you've only experienced a slowdown in a week, it's not a true stall. It's just trust the process. Trust the process. So, and the point being, trust the process, follow strict keto while you're in weight loss mode. And when you transition to your goal weight and you're in maintenance mode, add back in these things as your like treats or rewards for losing all the weight or getting yourself together. And, like have your keto approved bars when you're in maintenance mode. Have all that stuff then, because you can have a few more carbs. You're in maintenance mode. You've lost your weight. But while you're strict and you're in weight loss mode and you want to get this weight off as fast as possible, follow these 5-6 tips, whatever I just said in this video, and stick to it. Be honest with yourself. Are you actually doing these things? I just be honest with yourself. And if you can make improvements, do it. What's the worst that can happen? You'll lose more weight. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you at my next weigh-in, which will be week 12. And I'm trying to be 50 pounds in week 12. So I have like 2-3 more pounds left to lose by Monday. So So I will see you at the next video. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind.